I was halfway through a downward dog pose, sweating like a popsicle in a microwave, when my yoga instructor, Ms. Serenity, backflipped over my head and sliced a falling chandelier in half with a katana. Yes, a katana. The studio's fancy light fixture crashed to the floor, and while everyone else screamed, Ms. Serenity winked at me and whispered, "Lila, you're about to learn the real meaning of balance. My name's Lila, I'm 16, and I thought yoga was just stretching in overpriced leggings. Turns out, my instructor wasn't just a bendy hippie. She was a time-traveling ninja, and I was about to get dragged into the wildest adventure of my life." Before the chandelier incident, my life was boring. I'm a high school junior in Dullsville, Ohio, where the most exciting thing is the annual corn maze. I signed up for yoga because my best friend, Tara, said it'd help my stress. Miss Serenity's class was weird from day one. She'd hum songs that didn't exist yet and talk about cosmic alignment like it was a grocery list. I thought she was just quirky. Then, during Tuesday's class, a glowing portal opened in the studio ceiling. That's when the chandelier fell, and Miss Serenity went full ninja. Miss Serenity yanked me behind a yoga mat stack as the portal spat out a guy in a futuristic jumpsuit wielding a laser sword. "Lila, listen," she hissed, her usual calm replaced by a ninja's intensity. "I'm not just your instructor. I'm Agent Serafina, a time-traveling ninja from the year 3025. That jerk up there? He's a time bandit trying to rewrite history." My brain short-circuited. "Why me?" I squeaked. She grinned. "Because you're my best student, and Destiny's got your number." Before I could protest, she tossed me a glowing wristband and said, "Put this on. We're jumping timelines." The wristband buzzed, and suddenly the world spun like a bad carnival ride. Colors blurred, my stomach flipped, and we landed in a jungle that smelled like pineapples and danger. "Welcome to 1523, Serafina said, twirling her katana. "The time bandit's here to steal an ancient artifact." I was still in my yoga pants, clutching a water bottle like a weapon. "I'm not trained for this," I yelped. Serafina smirked. "You've been doing warrior pose for weeks. You're ready." A rustle in the bushes made my heart race. The time bandit was close, and I was about to become an accidental ninja apprentice. Serafina explained the artifact was a jade amulet that controlled time flow, hidden in a temple guarded by booby traps. "If the bandit gets it, he'll rewrite history. Think dinosaurs in skinny jeans," she said. We crept through the jungle, dodging vines that seemed to move. I tripped over a root, and Serafina caught me mid-fall, whispering, "Balance, Lila." At the temple, stone statues with creepy eyes watched us. Serafina disarmed a dart trap with a flick of her katana, while I accidentally triggered a pressure plate. A boulder rolled toward us. "Run," she yelled. So much for inner peace. We dove behind a pillar as the boulder crashed. Serafina handed me a tiny dagger. "You're not helpless, Lila. Channel your yoga focus." I stared at the dagger, feeling like a kid with a plastic spoon in a sword fight. Then the time bandit appeared, tall, smirking, with a glowing sword. "Hand over the amulet, Serafina," he snarled. She backflipped, kicking his sword away, and shouted, "Lila, now!" Panicking, I threw the dagger. It hit his boot, pinning him to the ground. "Nice," Serafina cheered. I was officially a ninja, sort of. The bandit yanked the dagger free and charged. Serafina fought like a whirlwind, her katana clashing with his laser sword. I hid behind a statue, feeling useless until I noticed the amulet glowing on a pedestal. I sprinted for it, dodging lasers like I was in a sci-fi movie. "Lila, don't touch it," Serafina yelled, but my hand grazed the amulet. The room flashed, and suddenly we were in a disco-era nightclub, 1977. The bandit was there, now wearing bell-bottoms. "You idiot," Serafina groaned. "You just warped us." I gulped. Time travel was not in the yoga class description. The nightclub was chaos, glitter, afros, and a disco ball spinning like a time bomb. The amulet was around the bandit's neck now, and he was grooving toward another portal. Serafina grabbed my arm. "We need to blend in." She spun me into a dance move, and I flailed like a caffeinated flamingo. "Use your yoga flow," she hissed. I tried a tree pose spin, accidentally knocking a drink into the bandit's face. He slipped, and Serafina snatched the amulet. "Nice distraction," she said. But the portal was already opening, pulling us to who knows when. We landed in a muddy village, 1347. Knights clanked nearby, and the air smelled like old soup. The bandit was back, now dressed as a jester, juggling the amulet. "He's toying with us," Serafina muttered. She taught me a quick ninja stance: crouch, focus, strike. I felt ridiculous, but followed her lead. We chased the bandit into a castle, where he was charming a king. "He's trying to rewrite the Black Plague," Serafina said. I tripped over a goblet, alerting guards. Serafina sighed. "Lila, you're a chaos magnet, but chaos might just save the day." The bandit was convincing the king to hand over his crown, which was somehow tied to the amulet's power. Serafina whispered a plan: distract the court while she nabbed the amulet. I improvised, shouting, "Free yoga for all!" and started a clumsy warrior pose. The court stared, confused, giving Serafina time to sneak behind the bandit. She swiped the amulet, but the king yelled, "Seize them!" Guards charged. I grabbed a candlestick, waving it like a sword. "Lila, you're a natural." Serafina laughed, tossing me the wristband. We zapped to another time, guards hot on our heels. We landed in 3025, a neon city with flying cars and robot dogs. Serafina's home turf, the bandit's final stop, she said. He'll use the amulet to lock history in his favor. The bandit was in a skyscraper, guarded by drones. Serafina taught me a ninja flip, and I only face-planted twice. We infiltrated the building, dodging lasers. I used my yoga breathing to stay calm, which helped when a drone nearly zapped me. "You're learning," Serafina said. I felt like a real ninja, until I tripped on a hoverboard. At the skyscraper's top, the bandit was activating the amulet, creating a swirling vortex. "I'll rule every era," he cackled. Serafina fought him, but the vortex was pulling us in. "Lila, grab the amulet," she yelled. I lunged, using a yoga lunge pose for balance, and snatched it. The vortex exploded in colors, and I saw flashes of history: dinosaurs, pirates, disco dancers. I focused, like in yoga class, and the amulet glowed in my hand. "You're connected to it," Serafina shouted. I had no idea what that meant, but I wasn't backing down. The amulet burned in my hand, whispering weird instructions like, "Balance the timeline." I pictured my yoga poses, steady, focused, and willed the vortex to close. The bandit screamed as history snapped back to normal. Serafina tied him up with ninja rope, smirking. "Not bad, rookie." The amulet dimmed, and I felt a rush of power. "You've got time ninja potential," Serafina said, "but don't get cocky." We zapped back to the yoga studio, where the chandelier was miraculously fixed. Class resumed like nothing happened, but I knew my life was changed forever. Back in the studio, Tara asked why I was covered in mud and glitter. "Long story," I mumbled. Ms. Serenity, Serafina, winked and handed me a yoga mat. "Keep practicing, Lila. Time's always ticking." I noticed my wristband was still glowing faintly. Was I a time ninja now? At school, I aced a history quiz, knowing exactly what happened in 1347. Tara thought I was cheating. I just grinned. Maybe I'd tell her someday. For now, I was just Lila, the girl who survived a time-traveling ninja adventure.